What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna let you guys get on here, but it is official. The new episode of Leaders Create Leaders is live, and I'm so excited to have the one and only Garrett J. White to season 6 of Leaders Create Leaders. So what's good, everybody? Thank you for taking some time to jump on. I'm coming to you live from Tulum. We just beat a Category 5 hurricane. We just missed it. And I'm so happy my prayers were answered. I was really praying for all the people, all the people that live here, all the villagers that are living here. And it was just a pretty crazy turn of events how we had a Category 5. I remember being in Jersey when Sandy hit. That was a Category 3. Crazy impact. So I can't even imagine what a Category 5 would have done to Tulum, one of my favorite places in the world. Where's everybody coming in from? What's going on? What's happening? I want to know where you guys are at. We got a new episode of Leaders Create Leaders that just dropped, and I want to see if my man Garrett J. White is able to join us here to just talk a little bit about the episode. He's also going to be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow at 4 p.m. and sharing it across all of his platforms. And this is a big one, guys. I got to say, Garrett, it doesn't do interviews. He just sent out an email like he turns down 90% of the interview requests, so it's really cool that we got him on. But let's see, we got New York in the house. We got Jersey in the house. Tulum, yes, Tulum is good, Alex. Let's see, we got Texas in the house. So drop your first name, drop where you're coming from, just so I can say what's up to everybody. What's popping. Connection in the building. Yes, we are good. Beat a Category 5 hurricane, but you already know I'm still bringing the hurricane to this episode of Leaders Create Leaders. I can't believe it's been 5 years, guys, since we've launched this show and just building relationships with some of the most powerful modern day leaders on the planet right now. So what's good? I see Leaders Create Leaders in here. Make sure you guys follow that. I see Tyler from Miami, Matt from Tennessee. Let's see, we got Massachusetts, San Francisco. That's what's up. What's good? We got Vegas in the house. What's happening? Yes, my man Marco. What's good, Marco, man? So good to see you in here, my Latino brother. That's what's up. Can't wait to see you again. We got Norway in the house. What else? Where else we got? So, guys, make sure. So, first of all, I just want to know if you have been a follower of my movement, Leaders Create Leaders, for some time now. Please comment in number 1. If you're new to following me, if you're new to Leaders Create Leaders, comment in number 2. I just want to say who are my day ones. Kitty Catch, oh my God. I just want to send so much gratitude to you, Kitty. I just got your package in the mail. The shirt, Leaders Create Leaders, is such an honor. Thank you so much for that shirt. I cannot wait to wear it. It was such a touching letter. We got Utah in the house. Norway, we got some day ones. That's what's up. We got Elena from New York. That's what's up. Yeah, my Mark, I already know you're a day one. Kitty Catch, day one. Yes. All my day ones. I appreciate you guys. It's been 5 years since I've been traveling the world and just interviewing some of the greatest minds to understand how they've created fulfillment, how they've activated purpose, how they've been able to build their empires. So I'm excited about this new episode, guys, with Garrett J. White. He, by far, so here's the deal. If you guys have been following my journey, you've noticed that I've gone on a deep spiritual awakening over the past 2 years. It really started 5 years ago when I sold my company for $50 million to $1 billion company. We built the largest millennial online content publication on the globe, and sold it to $1 billion company. And then I went through this deep identity crisis. Well, during my journey, just doing so much work. I've gone working with ayahuasca to transformational boot camps, a lot of just catharsis exercises to 5-MeO-DMT, psilocybin, you name it, I've been doing it. And really the big thing that really inspired me to go looking for Garrett J. White, when I said I want to go find the leader of men that is out transforming men's lives out there on the planet right now, specifically married businessmen, because I'm on a path of wanting to get married, wanting to have a family, taking my leadership to the next level, not just in business, but as a family man, right? Eventually as a father, as a husband. And I learned the statistic that 90% of homeless children on the planet are because they don't have a father, or fatherless, right? So 90% of the children that are homeless right now, specifically right now, even just in the United States, are because of they don't have fathers, right? And I think it's just pretty crazy. It's like over 7 million families don't have fathers right now, father figures, and we just see the foundation of a lot of men that don't have solid foundations from their fathers. And I feel like we really have lost touch with what it means to truly be a man. But that's all changing, right? We're starting to understand what it means to go from boyhood to chiefhood, right? To truly understand the mature, sacred masculine. So I'm talking to you. I'm talking to my warriors, I'm talking to my kings right now. Our generation is shifting the culture. We're shifting what has happened to society, where there's been these rules that have truly weakened men. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up or give me some hearts, let me know. And I'm also just curious if you disagree with me. And ultimately, I started realizing that a lot of that was happening within our culture, and I started realizing, okay, at the same time, this is causing us to step up as the leaders, to step up as real men in the world. And that comes with a lot of work, right? But what I realized is, like, back in the ancient times, there used to be a lot of these ancient rituals where, one of my favorite movies is the movie 300, where you see the young boy gets sent out into the middle of the wild, and, it's winter time, and he ends up facing off with this wolf, and he has to kill this wolf, gets its fur, and it makes it back to Sparta. And then that's when he becomes Leonidas. He becomes a king. And what that symbolizes is that ultimately for a boy to become a man, he has to go through some kind of psychological, spiritual, symbolic ego death. Now, whether you do that through ayahuasca, whether you do that through some, a plant medicine, or whether you just literally go through some kind of cathartic getting out into the wild, into nature, there's got to be a process truly of ego death, right? And that's when you're able to kind of go through this, what you've always learned in your life, and as a boy, and really step into what it really truly means to be a mature man and a masculine energy. So as I've been studying this and understanding, what does it mean to be a king? What does it mean to be a warrior? What does it mean to be a magician? What does it mean to be a lover? To be a fully embodied masculine, meaning I'm even balanced with the feminine, so that I can truly be the most profound leader possible in my family, in my business, and really just as a role model on the planet. So I had to go and look for who is out there that truly is a chief, who's going out there and not talking about it, but doing the deep work. And that's when I came across the name Garrett J. White. So guys, if you know about Garrett, let me know. Describe what you know of Garrett in one word below. For me, it's been chief. Like, real chiefhood is what I always think about. He's someone who's really just leading men, transforming men's lives, married businessmen, so they can, really go through the shifts that they need to understand how to live by a new code, by a new path, and truly be the man that every woman desires, right? And just conquer in business, conquer as a dad, conquer as a husband, in all areas. That's what I want. So I went and got in touch with Garrett. It took me over 6 months to get in touch with Garrett. He turns down 90% of interviews because he's too busy serving his community. He's the founder of a company called Wake Up Warrior that's now transformed over 50,000 married businessmen's lives. So I'm just grateful that I was able to make the connection. This is why I think one of the greatest things you can do is build a personal brand, to leverage that, to build connections, to ultimately build real, authentic relationships. So through my brand, through my connections, I was able to get Garrett to say yes to Leaders Create Leaders, yes to me. And I got to spend 10 hours with him at his headquarters and fully immerse myself on what his secrets are, right? How does he transform these men? And how has he done it? By building a complete empire. And then how has he conquered over 17 years of marriage, staying in a marriage through all the tough times, and understanding what ego death has meant for him, how he lives by a code, how he lives by what he calls the impossible game, and what he talks about in facing the facts, getting butt ass naked and facing your reality, facing the facts. And we talk about so much of this and so much more, just being at his office. I got to see what a CEO who understands content It was like a dream office with the highest technology, cameras, studios, and all of this you're going to see behind the scenes in the interview. The link is in my bio, so make sure to go check it out right now. Link in my bio. And do me a favor. If you get value from this, trust me, I take time away from everything in my life to serve, to bring this content to you so that it inspires you, so that you can take that one golden nugget and really implement it. And specifically this episode for all my warriors that are on here right now, all my men right here that are on here. So do me a favor, leave me a comment on the episode and share this with your community if you get inspired, if you take some inspiration from this and you find value from it. So I appreciate you guys. Let's see. What do we got here? My man Jeremy Finley. So I'm going to bring on, see if Garrett comes on, but in the meantime, I'm going to bring in my man Jeremy on set with me. I gotta say, it's because of Jeremy that I was able to get this interview. So let's chop it up with Jeremy for a little bit, and then we'll see if Garrett's able to join in. Woo, my man, yes sir,
my man.
Yes.
My man.
So guys, let me introduce you to one of my best friends. Jeremy actually had worked with. He was one of the pioneers of Wake Up Warrior with Garrett. I mean, he helped build this entire empire. He's one of the most remarkable filmmakers, songwriters, and conscious creators that I know in my life. He's the connector that connected the dots to get me in with Garrett to go and get this interview. So, Jeremy, real quick, just what was it like? I know you've been working with Wake Up Warrior for a long time, but
Yeah.
what were some of the biggest how did it impact you, like joining Wake Up Warrior? How did Garrett, being a mentor of yours, and what were some of the core principles that you took away working with him and having him in your life?
The big one is the confronting nature of just who he is, which is he has no fear to confront the bare bones, absolute raw bone marrow level truth of what's really going on. It was convicting, and it was scary at first, and it was invigorating. And so that immediately, I mean, it jarred me, dude. I was like, okay, this is different. This is insane. And I just read a book that you're reading, probably again.
Oh,
The King, Way of the Superior Man, King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. And I was like, at the time my heart had been broken, and I was just discovering masculinity, and I was like, men are lost. So my heart was broken into this idea of nothing out there teaches us to be honest men who are emotional and have feelings and to open up. So Garrett was like,
and also
going out. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, bro, you're right, but in the sense that just on both sides, right? Even what it means to truly be a warrior, and I just think that Garrett, he really does confront the truth, because what I've seen, and Jeremy, let's talk about it. You said you were broken down. I want to understand that a little bit more, because similar to you, I mean, the way that I was broke, no one would know, because I was going out sleeping with countless women. I cheated on girlfriends, broke up with had three breakups. I was partying my ass off, lost millions of dollars. I was a playboy. I was a misfit. I got locked up multiple times for physical altercations, getting into fights. I was going the complete wrong path. I didn't really truly know, because my image of what made you successful and powerful was all these things, these are external things of being successful: the cars, the women, you know what I mean, the alcohol, just the look of it. But truly inside, I was broken, and I think that that's finally changing because of leaders like Garrett.
Yeah. We're raised with a lie and a misconception that we need to be rich, ripped, powerful, and not show emotion, and that's what it means to be a man. And so we do it, dude. I mean, bro, we do it. We learn to be successful, or we base our value off that, and then in the meantime, we get epic levels of pride, epic levels of isolation, epic levels of then depression. And then no one wants to share, I'm actually depressed and life's not working and I'm at no peace. No one wants to share that, dude. Like, because we were just trained with like, here's the track for men. Here's what it looks like to be go watch James Bond, go watch Mission Impossible, a capable man. He's strong, he's silent, he kicks ass, he gets the girl, he's wealthy. There was no like, hey, you can be a man and be emotional. You can be a man and you can cry. You can be a man and be consciously spiritual and be fully embodied in your feminine. No one knows about that, and so we're kind of stuck. It's
We lose touch with what it means to feel. And I just feel like also it's just, it really is this new, for me, I feel like this aspect of truly knowing your worth and knowing your power without having to try to show that you got the power. You know what I mean? Like I grew up trying to prove myself so much. And when you truly become a mature masculine, all of a sudden your vibe is no longer trying to prove it to anybody. There's a different kind of energy. It's like when I went to visit and interview Garrett, you get in the room with Garrett, it's like you have this like fear, respect, but also you see that like there's this, he's funny, he's got love, he embodies what it means to have all these different aspects. And the big thing is he has no filter. Like so many people, a lot of men too, fear confronting not only themselves, but confronting their truth and sharing it with the world. They have all this fear of what people are gonna think and judgment, like the real them, not the shit that is what they're trying to do to have the perception that they're cool, the perception that they're popular, the perception that they have money and that they have it all figured out, but like the real shit. And I think the ones that do that now are the true new leaders of the new era. Like I think that's what's made Joe Rogan blow the fuck up, right? It's like he's not trying to be someone he's not. You know, it's why Garrett, his method works. It's why Gary Vaynerchuk is as popular as he is, right? It gets to a point when you truly are a man, you're not afraid to just speak your truth, speak from the heart, regardless if it's going to offend someone.
One of the quotes there speaks exactly to what you're talking about, which is the most powerful man in the room is the one who has nothing to hide. And the whole process was just being so okay with yourself that you're like, I got nothing to hide, man. And as soon as someone's not fronting, and as soon as someone's just not trying to prove their value, then you step into your power, your certainty, and you step into presence to be able to be like, yo, and then the truth is easily accessible. When we're hiding behind all the cool shit, or hiding behind our problems in our relationships, like, bro, I've been right there with you. Cool car, cool house, you know, women, like traveling across the world, like doing all that, hiding inside of what I thought people were like, yeah, he's a player, or like he did it. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, cool and tough. Having the role that I had at Warrior, dude, as a chief marketer for 5 years, we learned.
Guys, chief marketer for 5 years. All the badass marketing, like you guys, that's not something to just blow over, Jeremy. Like you are the chief marketer. And I got to say, out of all the thought leaders that have this kind of business, which is a business of transformation, you crushed it, man. I mean, some of the best of class marketing in the game, in the industry.
You want to know how it happened, dude? You want to know how that happened? Because we fell in love with the pain of what men were going through. Like we cared. I even kind of get teary-eyed thinking about it now because, dude, like men are in pain.
Yeah.
And like, bro, we'd sit, oh man. We would sit with our guys and we'd feel them and be like, fuck, dude, like, men are not okay right now. Smitty says this shit's gay. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, dude. You should probably question that, man, and go deeper, bro, because this is actually real, man. And like, men were hurting, and it motivated us to care, dude. It motivated us to pour into stories. It wasn't about marketing. It was about connecting. Good marketing was just a byproduct. Does that make sense, man?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you got real. You know, at the end of the day, what ends up happening, what I notice, and I'm guilty of this, is a lot of people want to be kind of like, they want to hide. They want to hide in the
Right.
shadows. They want to look a certain kind of way, like,
Yeah.
so that they're safe, and so that people have a certain kind of perception, but they don't want to actually truly get vulnerable about what's the shit that they're really going through, right? What's the shit that they've gone through, whether it was growing up or just the shit that they have, the pressure too, like the pressure that we all undertake, right? To whether it's in family, relationships, business. There's the truth is like, we can have it all, but you have to like let go of an old identity, and a lot of times we've lost a way to do that. We have, like, what I'm saying, like, some people go their entire lives not knowing who they truly are, and
Most of
that's
them.
scary. I mean, and they get depressed. A lot of times they get married. I mean, think about the divorce rate. I mean, we have divorce rates up to 70, 80%, because a lot of times these men don't even know themselves. They don't know how to show up powerfully, how to hold space for a woman, what it truly takes to be a leader in all capacities, not just in the boardroom, but in the fucking bedroom too. You know what I'm saying? In the dining room.
When we lose the ability to lead ourselves, we like, warrior started with lead. How do men lead themselves through this shit, dude? Through stuff in the bedroom and being a man in there, and being like, used to have this conversation, like, men who aren't really that conscious about like their journey, we want to get paid and we want to get laid. Like, paid and laid. It was like paid and laid. Guys want to get paid and guys want to get laid. And so we started that conversation. We met guys where they were. It's like, guys want to get paid and laid. Even a conscious guy, you and me.
Yeah.
We like to get paid, we like to get laid, right? Because it's baked into us, power and connection and intimacy. But then the conversation's a lot deeper, which is like, the stuff to get there, this whole concept of having it all, to get paid and laid is actually like handling other stuff that wasn't immediately attached, like finding deeper, like what you talk about, conscious meditation and journey and discovery and understanding more of you, so you can understand more of your queen and more of your woman. It's like, we met them in this place, and then we gave them something that was the real shit that actually got them more paid, more laid, but not in some toxic kind of, my words attached to this way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, man, thank you so much, bro. I just want to say thank you for introducing me, making this happen. Thank you for the work that you do. You're continuing to just serve at such a high level. I know right now you're working with a lot of men too, within Wake Up Warrior, right? You guys have a challenge?
Wake Up Warrior Challenge. Yeah. Wake Up Warrior Challenge is just, it's what Garrett's leading everybody through. You can go to wakeupwarriorchallenge.com if you want to learn about it. And it's the next most refined version of what Garrett's up to. If you want to like Garrett in your world, dude, he just pours into people when people come into his world. So if you haven't watched the episode, when you watch, you're like, wow, could I have Warrior Garrett in my world? Yeah, you can. You can go to wakeupwarriorchallenge.com and check it out.
Brother, first of all, again, thank you for your vulnerability. I feel you, and I see you, man. I see you. It takes a lot of courage to open up, and for a man to truly get vulnerable, to get real, to get raw. I've been around you, and your heart is gold, brother. And you are someone that I war with forever, man. You're a true warrior. What would you, for those, I want everyone to kind of really go and really take the time, all my men that are watching this, to truly go and watch this interview, bro. Like, what would be something that you would say to them that are right now sitting home? They're sitting home scrolling on Instagram, being on Netflix. Like, how life-changing is this video? I mean, you were in the room for 10 hours with Garrett and I. What would you say to all our warriors that are watching this right now?
Eventually you gotta just like face yourself in the mirror and just accept that shit has to just change, man. Like, we're so sedated by social media, and we're so sedated. And there's a moment where you just gotta be like, life, like, you're alive, man. We're alive. Life. We're breathing. And eventually you gotta wake up and be like, I'm alive, dude. And like, I got one life to live. There's more for me. There's more money. There's more impact. There's so much more for me. I don't want to wait. Like, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of my one track. And like, when you sit around Garrett, you get that feeling. You're like, okay, I gotta change. I gotta do something. I mean, that's the kind of thing Garrett has on you. So like, watch the video and like, it'll change you, man. If you want more courage and power and certainty to go do what you've been avoiding, watch the video and you'll find it.
Appreciate it, brother. Well, brother, I can't wait to continue to collaborate, continue to co-create with you, and serve with you. So thank you for your
Thank
heart,
you,
for
man.
your service, for your leadership,
Surprise for phone with you.
and I'll see you soon, brother. I'll be in touch.
All right, brother. Peace out, guys.
All right, guys. So I'm happy that Jeremy was able to jump on with us. I'm gonna see if we can get Garrett to do another live with us. But I just want to say thank you to all of you day ones that have been with me on this journey, building the movement. Leaders create leaders. Share this. Even if you don't want you know someone, a young man. You know, a lot of you have nephews. A lot of you have cousins. A lot of you has brothers. A lot of you have sons. A lot of you have husbands. The men in your life right now, I'm telling you that this is a story. This is a message that they need to hear. So go and get the link in the bio and share this. Share this with the men that are out there. Now, look, I'm going to warn you. This interview will offend you. There's no filter. Like, the amount of just, oh man, it's going to hit you in the gut. Like, it's so real, and you may not agree with everything. I'm just giving you that warning now. Like, a lot of stuff you may not agree, but it was the most raw interview that had like no filter whatsoever, and is really important, I think, for what we're going through with this. Really the real dilemma. So I watched The Social Dilemma, but it's not just technology; it's also with the men in the world that need to rise up. So go and click that link, How to Rise Up, featuring Garrett J. White. Share it, comment. I really appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. We'll reconnect, and I'll set up another live tomorrow morning. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Peace.